it all the same. The master I seen enters now in the game. Play me and try to get away, that's a maybe. Be the foe and I'ma hold a 9 to your lady. My style's like a weapon, I hit the untrue. No need for me to come stalking looking for you. I rip through your heart and bust through your veins. I guarantee that things will never.
The most ridiculous movie ever made.
Delta Force is worse.
I haven't seen Delta Force high yet now at age 42.
Watch Delta Force. You're gonna say
I'm
what?
gonna go back and watch that.
Delta Force. The Delta Force is so early. They made the Delta Force 2.
Time Cop is another one.
Time Cop is
another one. You play kill, dude.
All those shits like my shit was. You remember the Punisher with Dolph Lundgren?
Oh, that was horrible.
Horrible.
That was horrible.
Those are the early Marvel movies. That was Stan Lee, didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit.
That was like the first 15 Hulk movies.
Yeah.
They were all terrible. All terrible.
The show was official though.
Ready?
Yeah.
G.O.D.
What are you talking about, nigga? We
You
talking
talking
about
about
something.
Little
What you talking about, nigga?
Little Arnold, bro. You ready? It's the Gooch talking to you.
Boy, you must be
It's the Gooch talking to you. You ready?
With Muhammad. With Miss Garrett.
You know what I'm saying? She's in the kitchen making quiche.
Quiche.
She's in the kitchen making quiche.
That's a terrible meal right there. I never ate quiche. I hate quiche.
You know what I'm saying?
Quiche is actually good.
Nah, quiche is good. It's spinach inside. Spinach pie, nigga.
I'm good on
Quiche is
that.
official.
Quiche is good.
You want with the fucking? It got a little bit of ricotta and shit like that, or whatever this shit is. You know, shit is official. So you bugging. It's healthy as fuck
I
too.
enjoy that. I'm
Look,
good
it's
on that.
healthy as fuck. Here you
Yeah.
No, I'm just giving real information.
How many? What's the carbon take on that?
go. Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Pass me the cannon, nigga. Give me the
You know
gas.
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
He's waiting to break into his what we should have speech.
I mean, that's part
You
of
know
it.
what you should take? You should have B12 with iron.
No.
Oh, they got you taking a bag of echinacea every day.
Echinacea.
And it was saying that's this nigga.
That's that West Indian shit.
We'll follow it up with a protein shake right there.
Hey,
Right?
call
What
Weathers.
you want to do, you want to have a protein shake right, then about 12 o'clock, you want to re-up again, have another shake.
No, the call Weathers Tang. It's
Really,
like
you would
School's
grab
Tang.
that at 3 per day, bro.
Now I had to get in shape
For what? Why do you have to?
to protect you, Rob. That's
Protect
why.
me.
I had to make sure that niggas, cause you was going. I knew this is what happened with this project.
Are you the wrong person to be around?
He's the rowdy nigga. This nigga's always a problem. He talks a lot of shit. He want to get. This is. I'm gonna tell you the real story.
Nah.
The nigga talks a lot of shit, but he don't have no filters. This nigga will run in like he don't stop. So I'm like, yo,
I can be. I've been known to be belligerent. I've been belligerent.
So I'm like, yo, I'm not doing this shit. I was like, yo, I'm already. I'm a good fighter.
Like Rob, the dude in the club, you like, see?
I'm like, fuck.
Oh man.
I go in with this nigga. He's like, yo, I'm like,
You wouldn't know that because he doesn't go to the club.
Is he the one you
if you take him to the club, he goes to sleep.
with?
Yes.
Call conversation.
all the time.
When you going home, you like, yo, man, what are you doing, man?
Yo,
Why
stop.
would you do that? Yo, son, man, I'm telling you, I'm not getting in no more trouble out here.
Fucking with this
Call
nigga.
conversation, yo, I'm not getting.
He's trying to
tell you.
Every one of the conversations sound like that.
I'm trying to
Good
tell you,
starts.
right now, shit. Yo, it look crazy for me, man. Yo, I'm trying to
It's
tell
just
you.
look crazy for me,
I'm
man.
going down right now. The car conversation.
Yo. Yo,
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of the car conversation.
The car conversation?
Hell yeah. But I think everyone's been. Everyone's been.
But think about this though.
You've gotten the car conversation from me.
Always. But not on no violent shit. Like, you start all the problems.
So we had to go to Woodside with the burner.
That's years ago.
But that's you. That's why. Where you going? Where?
I don't know either. Of these.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Just
Those
act
things.
right.
Welcome back to the Robert Jalonzo Show. I am Jalonzo. You know what I'm saying? And the young gentleman on the far end is, you know what I'm saying, is the boy Robert.
Robert, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And then I got the master IC. You know what I'm saying, in the building. Yo, this is very, 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 very,
This
very
is the gooch.
You know what I'm saying? This is actually I'm the gooch, and this man right here. What's up with all? It's good to have you in the building. You know what I'm saying?
See?
You know what I'm saying? As per the rider, you see we got him the blue M&Ms. Yo, this motherfucker sent us. He sent us the rider, so we get the rider. There were certain things that he needed.
Things I need.
Certain things that he needed. You know what I'm saying?
Then he had his lawyer call. Then he had his lawyer call us. There'll be a call in about
all types of shit. We're not gonna get into that. But then we get
you'll receive a call in 10 minutes.
Yeah, then we get
answer it on the third ring.
We get the late text, and the late
Not
text
the
says,
first
"Yo,
ring, not the fourth ring.
I need a glass of blue M&Ms." I said, "How the fuck?" I said, "They don't even make it like that."
Nice touch, guys. Nice touch.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, getting back into you know.
He's back to his list. Look, he's got it all right now.
Well, I mean, the information is boundless. You know, like think about this shit.
Said information is boundless.
Information is boundless, and it's important to have these conversations because remember, think about how much. And I know you don't want to hear this. I know you don't want to hear this. And I know you're gonna fight me on this when I say it.
No.
But your projects, both of them, actually. No, I'll say both of them. I'll say the Natural Project and then the Vendetta Project. Those two projects were groundbreaking in a lot of different ways. And you don't know it. Like, you don't look at it that way. I know you don't. Because in your mind, you were just making music and having fun.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say something, and I know that you're going to fight me on this, but there were 3 artists that came off of those projects that weren't as popular as you at the time. They ballooned into different projects and they made a ton of money and so on and so forth. But at that time, they weren't. You know what I'm saying? You take X, you take Ja Rule, you take Jay-Z. They were on those projects, and I just want to know, like back then, Ja Rule was with the Cash Money Clique. Jay-Z was, you know, like not. He was known, but he wasn't known. You know, and then X was, you know, known for being X. You understand what I'm saying? Working out of those 3 artists, we'll take Ja Rule out for a second.
No, Ja got a show and all that shit.
We're not gonna, but just the reason I'm not taking them out for any particular reason other than X and
I mean,
X.
he can't come back to music.
First of all, I want to talk about X. We're not gonna do
Why
that.
can he not come back?
I ain't gonna say he can't come. We'll get into that.
Why can he not come back to music? He can
come back to music, but I don't know that it's going to make sense.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm like biased or whatever.
No. Here's my reason. When I say he can't, I'm not saying that he can't record. He can record, and it might do what it do with that audience, but he can't just come out and be. He can't. I don't know. Like, I guess he'd have to prove me wrong if he could put something out that could run with what's going on right now.
No, it's not.
And move with it. I don't think he can do that. I think I think those.
There's no Ja Rule records right now that's gonna make sense.
That would have to be like.
It's just not gonna make sense right now.
He'd have to put out the right. That his timing would have to be so impeccable, and the record would have to be that ill to where
it's not gonna happen.
I mean,
it's not gonna happen. Why? And that's not. And again,
but to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Why would he have to do a record aiming at aiming at competing with what's happening now?
Because you have to it's like you have to reintroduce it to the people. He can't. He's been going to.
Most people don't know him right now.
Tony Bennett, right?
Huh?
Tony Bennett.
He's Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett. No,
okay.
I'm just saying Tony Bennett, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can put an album out and he'll never have to. He'll never have to compromise what he's known for doing, and he can be successful within what he's known for doing for who appreciates what he's known for doing.
But the problem is
that, and I get it with hip hop. It's different.
Way
very different.
But it's a society.
Because it's a credibility. It's a credibility.
Honestly put, if you look at it now, you can do it now more than you ever could before, because now so many things are different because of the web, because of the internet.
Agreed. But that makes it even more complicated, I would think, for him to come out and be relevant.
Even though he has his fans, he has to come back in.
I disagree.
But like,
to be relevant, to be something that's being truly talked about, that may be a different argument. But to do something where it could lead to something being done again. But I'm not looking at it in the terms of, I'm not saying it in the sense of notoriety or popularity or to compete. Like, I'm not expecting Ja Rule to compete with Future.
It's not gonna happen.
But see, my thing is, this is why I think he can't come out. This is why.
But that isn't to say
you're
that
making
he
my
can't
argument.
make music.
See, he
can't satisfy a certain crowd. And honestly put, he's actually more appreciated now than he was appreciated going through the whole feud. He's actually
it's tough to agree with that.
But I do think people now can look at him as an artist. And again, I'm reiterating, I'm not saying it because I'm biased because of that being a part of him being a part of my life or us being a part of the same thing. I'm not saying it from that. I'm saying it merely from a perspective. I think people look at him now as an artist and they say, well, damn, you can't deny that at one time he did have things on lock.
I can't deny that. You can't deny that. How could you deny that?
And you cannot deny that he wasn't that he isn't a talented songwriter.
No, you can't deny that. Now here's my question.
His gifts you can't take away.
And furthermore, you can't deny that he made a substantial impact on music. He made an impact financially. Mm-hmm. He made an impact professionally. He made an impact in terms of not just writing songs, but changing the way. Like, honestly put, and it's no disrespect to anyone in the statement, but I don't think you could have a Drake if you didn't have a rule that opened up that lane.
I agree.
I don't think you could have
150%.
I don't think you could have and a lot of music now is based on being more rhythmic than it is being lyrical.
And he was rhythmic.
And he was one of the first people that transformed everything from being, all right, it's just me spitting and then a hook, and me spitting and a hook. He's one of the first people that introduced melodies and choruses and hooks that were melodic,
right?
That were in the structure of a song. And he made it okay for you to be like, yo, well, I didn't know that nigga could fucking sort of sing and
at the same time. But
it's hard being the first.
Agreed.
It is very hard.
But now here's the problem. You just gave me my argument.
It's very hard.
How does he go back now and become? And I'll tell you. And I'm not saying go back and like really go back. But what I'm saying is, after you go through such a damaging scenario, hip hop is a very forgiving but unforgiving fucking sport.
Absolutely.
And when I say that, it's forgiving because they'll forgive you if you make something that incredible. I don't know that it's possible for him to make something that incredible to the point where they'll forgive him to the point, like, after that fucking bloody fucking loss that he took to Fifth.
Here's the big secret in music, which is hilarious to me because it's very elementary. The big secret is, as long as you do something that is from your heart, from your soul, and it makes a perfect marriage with the beat that's placed in front of it, you will always have a chance.
Agreed.
Honest to God.
Because there are people that will connect with it because it's authentic.
Because it's authentic, and because if that shit is truly in you, like, if you have that shit that cannot be fucking defined, it can't be articulated, you can't explain how someone got it. They just have it. If you have that ability to have that it shit, as long as you and it meet in the same space at the same time, you will always have a shot. It may not be the result that you're used to seeing or the public is used to seeing of you, but you will always have a shot.
Agreed.
You understand what I'm saying? And I only say that to say, like, in time you look at things differently again. So now I can look at music in a fuller sense, or hip hop in a fuller sense, and I can look at it in the sense of saying, like, if you take a person like, say, a Billy Joel, who can like make new material that it may not be a My Life, it may not be a Allentown, it may not be a Uptown Girl, it may not be a You May Be Right, but he'll still make a record that at that time is gonna have some sort of an appeal to someone. And the reason it does is because he's making what his soul and his gut are telling him to make, and it's marrying whatever is composed and placed in front of him.
It fits.
It fits.
It fits.
It's like, life ain't complicated, people complicated.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you're one of those people that has it, I'm not talking about the artists who lucked out and got
Trinidad James.
that 1 to 2 records where they were here and then they're not.
Trinidad James is going too. He can't come back out either. He's done.
Ever.
He's going.
I mean, but you didn't see that going past where it went.
You couldn't have. There's no way.
He actually had a record that had me like, oh, he can make this type of music. What was that record? He had one record.
Girls Welcome or Females Welcome
Yeah,
or some shit.
he had a record that had me like, oh yeah, like, give, as you would say, more. Give me more. I want more of that.
But there was no more.
There was no more of that. It's like he
See,
I can't lie to you.
That's more than you paid attention to. You know what I'm saying?
He had a record that really had me like, what? Why did you? When I heard it, I said, why did you put that bullshit out instead of this? Like, and that was the joint that blew. But he's going.
But
Trinidad, no, he's not there.
To round it all off, I do believe that Ja is one of those people who
Can pull it off.
he has it. He has that thing that you can't articulate it and you can't tell anyone how to get it or what they did to cultivate it. Or he naturally is truly talented.
Agreed.
And it's not to say that he's here now to do what he did. No one's here to do what they did. And I think that's where, like, people
You become a victim of your own success.
Yeah, people always get that fucked up. No one is ever here to do what they did. Like, they're never here for that. Like, they may have a niche. They may have something that fucking, you know, it's gonna always be relevant to them as an artist. But no one's here to do what they did. They're only here to do what they're gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It just keeps progressing.
It just keeps going.
It just keeps progressing.
And maybe sometimes because of that, people on a consistent basis can consistently do what they do. And then there's times when people do it and
that was it.
They do it. Yeah,
that was it. That was the fuck. That was the nut.
Yeah, like that
was the nut. Oh. They bust off and that was it. It squirted all over the bitch and that was it.
That isn't quite what I had in my head.
Yeah, you know. That's what happens though. Nigga fuck around, you fuck the bitch, you squirt off all, and it's over.
See, that's the beat.
Yeah, that's the beta carotene.
Yeah, no, the aloe drink and he goes this way.
Yeah.
That's why I stick to my Snoop.
They don't no lifting weights, no working out, nothing. You're not interested in that shit at all.
No.
Originally, I heard that was something that you was that when we had the first conversation, we discussed it. And your peoples told me that you wanted me that I was going to train you or something like that. That wasn't real. That's actually
No, I actually did.
Okay.
I actually did for a split second consider. I was like, you know what? But I think that's something that you fall victim of over the course of time, getting older. Like you go through this shit where you're like, yeah, maybe I should get in shape.
Then you like fuck this.
You know, like you get brainwashed and you're like,
I got excited too.
Everyone's going to the gym. Maybe I should go too.
I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm gonna make this nigga an animal. And right away, that shit was vetoed.
Why though? Like, see, my thing is, why don't you just get him in shape? You want to make him an animal. You want to turn him like, see, your ultimate goal is to look like motherfucking thing.
No,
shit like
but true.
That's his goal.
He's like, yo, the nigga's like, nah, I ain't with that shit at all. He's like, yo, the nigga said, no. He gonna be, yo, no, you ain't with it, yo, boy.
You know what happened? I smoked, right? I smoked.
You did the right thing.
Right, I did the right, absolutely. Like, sanity came back.
Yeah.
Like, I rolled up. I was like, yeah, this is preposterous.
And then I get the phone call.
No,
what's up, dope boy?
I was smoking.
Yo, I'm not with it, dope boy. I'm not gonna do this shit, dope boy.
Not even. I was like, dope boy, that was a dumb fucking idea. Because I smoked and I like, you know, I
There's other things that I enjoy that I would have to stop doing.
That's not who I am in the movie.
That shit be hilarious though.
That's not who I am in the movie.
Yo, that's your character.
Right. So that's crazy.
Yo, Preem, that's your character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Mackie shouldn't do Denzel's role. Denzel shouldn't do Anthony Mackie's role. So I'm like, wait a minute,
that's your fucking role.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm right here in the script.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay with the master eye, nigga.
Yeah, cool nigga who smokes weed. He can handle his business, but smokes weed. I'll stick with this right here. Like, I'm good.
Typecast.
I'll be in the seat.
I'm typecast.
Right. I'm typecast. It's all right.
Speaking of, hold on. I gotta ask you a question. A real question. Check this out. There's a very, very, very popular video. I saw it the other day. Again, I see it all the time. It just flies through fucking social media, and it's a very, very, very famous cipher. You know what cipher I'm gonna talk to you about? Mm-hmm. It's you. And actually, you know who posted it the other day? J-Rap posted it again the other day. Shout out to J-Rap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And J-Rap posted the other day. It's you, X, Mos Def, Pun, Cannabis with his bullshit.
Mos Def is one of my favorite MCs.
And first of all, the first thing I want to know is how the fuck did that cipher get, like, just tell me about, do you remember it? Like, how do you, I know you do, but it's one of the most famous ciphers I've ever seen. It's just an incredible cipher. Again, it's you, X, Mos Def, Big Pun, Cannabis. I don't know who else was there, but like those are the notable names that jump out at me. But how did that come? Was it designed to be a cipher? Did y'all just end up in the same spot? Who the fuck was filming that shit at the time? Because there was no camera phones and all that bullshit.
No, like, again, I completely had no idea what I was gonna do like that. Mm-hmm. I did not know at that time. I didn't know pretty much anything. It was all. Irv would say this, and you were going to do that, or the label would say this, and okay, I'm going to do that, and completely had no idea what I was going to do on any given day. And we went to the label one day, and the next thing I know, Irv was like, "Yo, we gonna go meet X," and I was like, "All right." And
you spent a lot of time with X, like
yeah.
You spent a lot of time with X,
like definitely, like we were cool. We are cool. Like to this day, like with everyone, I'm cool to this day. You understand? But it's kind of like we went to the restaurant. And
what restaurant was that? Where were you?
I have no idea. I cannot remember.
Couldn't remember it if you had to.
Can't remember.
They had a gun in your head. They're like, "Yo, nigga, we gonna kill you, nigga." You're like, "Yo, hold on."
I would be a dead man.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I can't remember what. I want to say it was either One Fish, Two Fish, or Nels. Or
one of them shits.
One of them shits back.
Looked like Nels.
At that time, that
was popping.
I want to say it was Nels or some shit, but I could be mistaken. But when I got there, that's who was there.
When you got there, all of them were there already?
Yeah. I was like,
you just walked in and it was Pun, Mos Def, fucking X, Cannabis.
Yeah. And Teray was there. And I think Teray at the time was working for I can't remember what magazine, which is funny because now it's like Teresa on like MSNBC as a commentator.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know we were gonna be doing what we were doing, and it wasn't like anyone was like, all right, we're gonna do this and action. It wasn't.
It was just like the camera was on and niggas was running, niggas was wild.
And I guess it was just running while we were all
bugging out.
You know, just bugging and conversing. And
because Cannabis with his shit, like that fucking, that was the LL disc. He did the LL disc verse on that
Kick
shit.
him, third, boom, boom, son.
Which
he's another nigga who hip hop didn't forgive. They didn't forgive him either.
Nah, he's done. Like
He's gone. Hip hop.
It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just saying, like that was like one of
She's
the.
a cold bitch.
That was one of the most famous.
A couple of people she just
said.
said.
She
fizzled out on them like, nah, no more pussy for you. Couple niggas, yeah, hip hop. She's a cold bitch, and Cannabis was nice.
Yeah, but we knowing, well, if they knew.
He kept begging to be last. Like he was like, yo, I gotta anchor this, I gotta do this. I really knew he was gonna do that. Fucking LL this.
Yeah, and I mean, I just,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, and again, me, I didn't look at it that way. Like, I had no idea what we were fucking doing. So whatever I said, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't written because, like I
he's
said,
just rocking. You know what I'm saying?
I was just rocking, and I had no idea that day we were gonna end.
Make something iconic,
Exactly.
which is like it's funny,
yeah, absolutely.
Because that shit is an icon. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny. That shit, at least once a week, I'll go through my feed and somebody else is reposting it, and this is like
some of those legends is no longer here. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Gone.
Yeah, right.
Pun is gone. Like, that's a live moment with Pun.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Most Def. Like, and like he said earlier in the conversation when he said that's one of those things where it happened because it was meant to happen. Like, that's never gonna happen again. Like, it happened at that moment, and if you happened to be there when it happened, then you just saw some shit.
I mean, the first time I saw it on the net, I was like,
why not?
No, I was shocked because I
didn't know somebody had it.
No, I didn't know anyone had that footage.
Right.
Like, I completely forgot about that day. Like, I completely forgot about that day. So when I first saw it, I was kind of bugged out. Like, oh shit, I can't believe somebody has this footage. Like, I didn't even know they recorded it. Like, I remember saying that, and it's just weird, you know, like
to look at it.
Yeah, it's weird, like, you know, because people will, like, you know, like, I've gotten like on my Facebook, like, hey, look at this, or, you know, whatever, and then I'll like be like, you know, I know for myself, I never thought that day would become something that, like, now on the net is like, you know, like, whatever you want.
Well, I mean, to me,
some moment in hip hop history.
It is. It's one of the coolest things that, you know, that I've seen in a long time. Because like I said, I look at the shit. The shit runs through the feed, and I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, wow, this shit is like dope. Like, you know, one, because it's you. Like, you know, like I'm biased because it's you. So I'm like, I see my man. I'm like, oh shit, my niggas in the building. And then I see, like, you know, the other iconic figures that are in there. You know, Pun, God bless Pun. You know what I'm saying? And then I see, you know, like Most. Like, I'm a big Most Def fan. Most gets busy. You know what I'm saying?
It was cool.
Acts quite naturally. You know, it's like it's just a big. Like, to do for me to see those
it was
those energies in one space.
It was absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, even before it became the footage it did, like, and
when you did it,
when I
it was
like,
exciting
because watching it brought it all back to me, and I was like, it was a cool day, and that was a cool experience because none of us cared about anything.
You was rocking.
We were just people
chilling,
at the table,
rocking, things was lit.
We was all we was all like, you know, we was all niggas that click, that fuck with each other. So
New York ain't like that no more.
No,
you're not gonna see that again.
That's why you don't see that. Like, the unity is gone. Like that. There's no brotherhood of hip hop in NY.
Well,
every camp is kind of like they got their guns aimed at each other. They do shit a little bit more together. Like, you're starting to see it again a little bit more. Like with the Freestyle Fridays and shit like that, or more New York niggas doing collabos, but it's never gonna be like that again.
Because at that time you had real camps. You had the Wu, you had the fucking
Terror
Squad, you had the Mob and them. You know what I'm saying? That squad. You had the Wasteland Squad at that time.
Death
like,
Squad,
you had
Hit Squad.
camps Def Squad, you know, like
Def
you
Squad.
had fucking camps at that time.
Well,
you know what
I
I'm saying? You
think-
had J&M with the Rockefeller and them, like you had real.
But I think with that, like I was saying, you have to look at it like there's good and bad that came from that era being what it was.
Yeah, we're
And I
going through
think
species right now.
I think that New York losing its way, for lack of a better phrase, and not having an identity the way that it had an identity, and all those things that now when you because like if you look at New York now, like
Has no face.
it really doesn't, and it doesn't have a place in hip hop to be to unfortunately, to be honest about it.
The West Coast still got the West Coast sound.
Because there's no real New
everywhere
York
else
sound.
has a sound, but there's no. New York was always known for having a genuine, distinctive sound, and not.
You could
only
tell
that,
a New York rapper.
Yeah.
but New York was also known for setting a precedent for what you had to try to develop to either match up to or be better than. And somewhere along the line, New York lost itself. And
The hip hop didn't
and I
forget New
think
York either.
if you combine that with the fact that everybody has their moment in time, like, you know, the West had their period where they were dominant, and then you had, you know, like the South came in and
Nothing's been the same since.
and well,
Real talk. You have so many different types of music that came out of that Southern movie. You got that drill music, trap music, anything that could pop in the strip club right
I just
there.
think that I just honestly think I think that where the music is centered changed, and the music now is no longer it's not centered in New York. But if you look at it, like I hear a lot of people who blame the South, and I'm like, how can you blame them?
I don't blame myself. I
Like,
blame
you
They
you.
chose their lane and made money on
Like,
it.
how can you be mad that like, how can you blame the South for anything? Like, they didn't fuck anything up. Like,
They can't.
They came through and did what they do and took over.
And they did what they did, and they did it in a way that you didn't. And if anything, that's admirable. Like that, like to me, that's something you learn from in terms of. I think what's wrong with New York niggas, and what was always wrong with New York niggas, is New York niggas were arrogant, and New York niggas
Proud.
New York niggas were always very condescending. You understand what I'm saying? And niggas can say what they want, but it's the God's honest truth. New York niggas always thought they knew everything. Nothing was better. Nothing was greater. Nothing would ever be better or greater.
Until it was better or greater.
Until it was better or greater. And if you look at it, it's really just a reflection in a smaller sense of America as a whole.
Right.
I'm big, I'm great, I'm strong, I'm fast.
Nothing's gonna happen, it is what it is.
Never happen. I'm the greatest.
9/11, she got punched in the
And then and then something happens. You're like, oh shit, how'd this happen?
Exactly. I mean, look at where we are right now.
Right.
Literally. So it's kind of like, not that it's in that extreme, but New York niggas pretty much thought that, you know, they in a sense fell asleep at the wheel.
And that
Because during the golden era, you started making all of this money, and you started living all these things that you were writing and saying, and it all became, you know what I mean? It all became the norm, and then you didn't concentrate on trying to
Transcend the game.
to transcend
maintain.
or trying to come
Here's my
up with
question.
something new.
Now here's my question. Did you see this coming? And did you say, you know what? I don't want to be bothered with this shit. I'm out. Is this one of the things that led to you walking away? Because again, for those that don't know, like you weren't forced out of the game. There was no crazy shit like that and that shit. You decided that one day you just woke up and was like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. You had a great run. You enjoyed it. It was, you know what I'm saying, and music, you know, like was your heart for a moment. But I think that all the other things that were behind the music led you away from it to the point where you was just like, this isn't gonna be my life. Like this isn't gonna control me. Like this is like Mike controls Mike, not this shit. So like, is any of the things that we're discussing right now what led you to make that?
Money till the day that I die. I'm so high, you so high. I'll be getting money till the day that I die. Behold the uncontrollable, I keep the whole world in drama. Smoke my competition out of just a bag of scammer. I'ma reload the vocab, the mansion use the amateurs to play the OJ. You wonder why they lose. I subdue the microphone and left it in submission. Then crack the Philly open, found it.